That's about as American as it gets, bro.
It's American.
Is this thing on?
Check 1 2 1 2.
It's fucking crazy.
They're invincible, indestructible, and he's living for like 10,000 years.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hunt for Greatness podcast.
Hunt for Greatness podcast, episode 99. RH, what's up? Tell me what happened to Jeffrey Epstein. We're gonna do we'll do interactive podcasts on this one too. I got Bradley Barker and I got Alex Jones' cousin Jeffrey Jones on the podcast tonight. Say something, Jeff, so people know your voice.
I'm here. I'm real.
You are. You're a real person.
I'm real.
That's what they want us to think.
It's a real existence.
They want us to think he's a real person. So we were doing some. Me and Jeff were talking about how we wanted to do kind of like a breakdown of what we thought about Jeffrey Epstein, and it'll be interesting if people kind of.
Yeah.
Thank you. People kind of chime in and tell us what they think about Jeffrey Epstein too. Yeah. So, and then we'll kind of get a feel for episode 100.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, on episode 100, we're going to do an interactive podcast. So, we're going to probably set off some bottle rockets in here and...
hopefully not burn your house down. Wait. You got homeowners insurance, right?
I got homeowners insurance, but if it's on tape...
Burn it the fuck down.
But if it's on tape and then you're recorded saying burn it down, probably going to void my insurance. What you think?
It'd probably be...
We'll just see what happens.
I guess, dude.
Sticky situation.
Tim said he has some confetti bombs.
I'm sure he does.
We're doing that.
Yeah, I'm sure
we're doing that. Tim has confetti bombs to celebrate his gayness every week.
Sure, of course.
But I was gonna hook.
Proud of him for coming out, by the way.
What do you mean tonight?
Tim?
He's not invited.
No, coming out.
Oh, coming out of the closet.
Yeah,
but he's been out. I mean,
I'm saying I knew
out.
The marriage. I knew the wedding was a cover up somehow.
Yeah, dude, I mean? Absolutely. Like Aaron Hernandez. It's the beard. It's the beard. That's what the gay
really
community.
Is the beard.
The gay community calls a cover up a beard.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I got my cover.
Wow.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna read you guys' comments as they.
Yeah.
All right. So my buddy RH says we were just talking about it in the office. Too much information about the swamp in quotation marks was going to come out. Epstein took one for the team.
What's the swamp?
I guess the swamp is the ring of pedophiles.
Oh, for
right?
Sure.
I mean, that's...
For sure. How about, where's the island? And, like, who's on the island now? Is it just deserted now because it doesn't have the ringleader?
Okay, let me tell you what they need to do with this island, and then we'll talk about really what's going on, because I don't know really what's going on, but they should turn the island into, like, Beyond Scared Straight and take those little badass kids to it and scare them with pedophiles.
Wow.
Just saying.
Wow.
Just saying.
That's a hot take.
Build an island full of pedophiles and then bring
hot button issues.
Yeah, that's a hot take.
They'll have like Bill Clinton wax dolls in every room, and he's just like, "Hey, little
Terrifying.
boy." He's just like, "Hey, little boy, if you don't listen to your mother and father."
They found in Epstein's house.
That's because
Trump?
Bill Clinton was his bitch.
Oh, Bill Clinton. Yeah, in the dress.
Yeah.
What do you think that means? What does that mean?
It's creepy.
I think it means Bill Clinton's my bitch.
So they were friends. Like, it was documented that they flew together on that jet like 26 times.
A lot of people flew on that.
26 times. But Bill Clinton, 26 times, which then leads you to believe that Hillary, if you believe that Hillary is not the most oblivious wife ever, then you have to believe that Hillary...
No, she knew what was going on. Because
exactly.
Stay real close.
During the 90s, they had... she attacked all those women that were like coming.
Oh, yeah.
At Clinton.
You know who Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton remind me of?
Who?
Kevin Spacey show. What's the Kevin Spacey show? You got to put your headphones on. I don't feel right.
Really?
I don't feel right without you being locked in to me, man.
House of Cards.
He put his on, and it just made me want you to have yours on.
Oh,
House of Cards.
House of Cards.
That's who Hillary and Bill Clinton remind me of, because they like
Yeah.
stick up for
House
each
of
other.
Cards. Speaking of House of Cards, freaking Kevin Spacey. What about that?
God,
Yeah.
dude, grabbing dicks,
What-
bro.
No, but
No,
three
but
of the,
everybody dying.
yeah, three of his accusers died, and like the fourth one, like
Fucking like,
dropped the charges.
yeah.
And
In
so-
like mysterious circumstances.
I wonder if he's
One of them
tied
just
in
got
with the
hit by a
Clinton.
Frank
car.
Underwood.
Didn't one of them just
Freaking-
get hit by a car?
Didn't he push one in front of a train?
No, that was Frank.
That was the House of Cards guy.
Frank
No, I
Underwood.
know. Was it Frank that did that, or it was the other
hell
guy?
Yeah,
It
no,
was-
it was
Frank Underwood.
Nah, it wasn't Doug. It was not Doug. It
Doug
was
got-
Frank.
You've been watching House of Cards lately, haven't
Nope.
you?
I, I remember.
Spoiler alert! If y'all haven't seen House of
Oh,
Cards, by the
shit.
way,
That doesn't apply here because it's been out too fucking long.
Okay.
I'm thinking about restarting too. I
Hey,
love the first
but,
few
uh,
seasons.
Doug ran down the prostitute, the girl,
Right.
From, the Amazing
Yeah.
Mrs.
Right.
Yeah.
No, Frank
Marvelous
pushed
Mrs.
Frank. It was Frank pushed the journalist, the girl he was fucking.
Yeah, into
Yeah.
So
Train.
So all right. So we had a couple people say on here. Are you guys cool with this? You guys are cool with
Yeah,
us
of
doing
course.
it? I
I'm
just
cool.
want to. I just want to try something out. I know it kind of.
There ain't a lot I'm not cool with.
Okay. Well, it kind of it'll make the conversation a little different, but so we got just got on here. Did we? This is what Robin Barker. This is your mom, I guess.
Shut the
right?
fuck up.
Is it? I just realized because you
Mom!
always say Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Robin Barker said, "I just got on here. Did we decide Hillary had him killed?"
Oh shit,
I don't think
Robin.
so. They've killed a
My
lot of
mother's a
people. I
fucking
don't
G.
think Epstein was one of them.
So what do you think happened, Jeff?
I don't think it was Hillary. As much as I would love to
I
believe
mean,
that
so
it was,
you don't think Hillary hired somebody to hire somebody
No,
to hire?
I would say the Crown did it first, but it might not even been the Crown.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
It's-
talk about that.
it's-
Prince Andrew, right?
Let's talk about Prince
did you
Andrew.
just see where he is going to Thailand for 6 months?
of
To
course he
fuck
is.
12-year-olds.
He's gonna lay
Man,
back from his royal duties.
lady
to go
boys.
to Thailand. Like you just been accused of being a
K-pop.
pedophile.
Yeah.
I think Thailand would be like the
The
last
worst place
place
for
Yeah.
you
you
would want to go.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah, but like, if you're part of the royal family and like these rumors have already been circling, and you have now,
You don't go to Thailand.
well,
though.
no, but what I'm saying is like, ain't nobody done nothing to him yet. You know what I mean? Don't you think that he's probably like feeling himself and being like, yeah, so what? I'm going to fucking Thailand. Like y'all can't prove shit. Like,
Yeah. Well, there's
what's he care?
photographs of him with the girl, with the
Yeah.
15-year-old girl, with his arm around her midriff.
right. So really,
Okay, all right. Here's something weird that I listen to, and you both will probably appreciate this. So the girl that accused Prince Andrew of
Yeah.
raping her or paying to have sex with her, right? She's on like CNN or whatever, and she's saying that she's describing the whole thing, and she's like, the whole time he was sweating profusely,
Oh,
right?
God.
Well, when they interviewed Prince Andrew, he said, well, the funny thing is, the doctor, what did he say? He was like, what do they say when they say you have something? What's the word?
diagnosed.
Yeah, he's like, I was diagnosed with a disease that didn't allow me to sweat. That's literally what he said on CNN. He
So
said,
it couldn't
that-
have been him. So she must have been lying.
Exactly.
Wow.
How
It was
ridiculous
it
is
was
that
after
shit?
that interview that he had to step back because, like, obviously
Yeah.
the people of the UK were not satisfied with his explanation.
Dude,
Rightfully so.
his interview was weird.
Yeah.
Like what I saw of it, very
Yeah.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
The whole thing is a really
So I watched a clip. Obviously, most roads.
yo, your
lead-
mom's going in, bro.
Really?
Yo, so all right, let me
Really?
just read you guys the comments.
Go
real quick.
ahead.
So, all right,
Tell me what Robin's got to say.
RH said,
Hi, Mom.
RH said Hillary isn't oblivious at all. She's as implicated as Bill. And then Robin said Hillary not oblivious to anything.
Yeah.
And then Big Mama said maybe they did it together. Some marital satisfaction. I about said Marshall. And then RH said, for a good analogy, research. I can't read it. My eyes are. I don't know what you're typing, buddy, but it says she was the wife of the oil emir. Oh, can you see these comments? You're probably going to know what he's talking about because this is like some deep state Jeffrey Jones shit
I'm
right
trying
here,
to
dude.
look.
So Jeff, here's what I like about Jeff. Last time we did a podcast, Jeff shows up with fucking papers talking about the Trump shit,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, this dude's like you're into shit like that. You love shit like that. Just any kind of deep state, like
Wait. So I got on. So for a good analogy, research Sayyaf.
Yeah,
she was the wife of the oil emir for ISIS. She'd be the equivalent of the HRC of ISIS.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that
RH,
means.
tell us what you mean by that. Now RH is, I think he's in the military. But yeah, he's pretty into like that type of shit. I did a 3-hour podcast with him too. It was awesome. But yeah, dude, it's a really fucking weird thing because, dude, there's like 50 women that came out and said that Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, I started watching the ABC stuff, which is funny because
Me too.
it wasn't until Project Veritas came out with their thing that exposed that they knew about this for a long time.
So what is that? What does that mean? I've heard that.
Project Veritas, they have
Veritas, Latin for truth.
Yeah, there you go. They
Boondock Saints.
Boom.
They
Yep.
they exposed like stuff. They did CNN, the stuff with CNN where the guy in charge of CNN is basically like completely biased and like pushing false narratives. They exposed that, but they got Amy. What's her name? Amy. Can't think. She works for ABC, but they got her on a live feed and they released it. Where she
That's
was
the
like,
that's the clip.
She was so frustrated because
They buried the story.
They buried the story. They had
Right.
She had all this information. The girl that was with Prince Andrew, she was scared to come out. They finally came out, and ABC buried it.
Oh my
And
god!
then
Wasn't
after
this like 3? And it was like 3 years ago too. It was.
Yeah, but this was like after he killed him. After he
Right.
killed himself.
But that's when the clip came out.
That's when the clip was recorded too. Because
Yeah, no, but they buried the story like 3 years ago.
Before that, and she's like,
Yeah.
the story finally comes out, and she's like, we had all this, and it got buried. And then they asked her about, do you think he killed himself? And she's like, definitely not. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, it's just
Wow.
he didn't.
Definitely not.
he had just moved like money around, trying to
Yeah.
bury money. Like in the Virgin Islands or somewhere. Like
Whoa,
2
I didn't
days
hear about this.
Yeah, about 2 days before the
Yeah.
suicide, he was moving money around.
Dr. Bodden said it's not a suicide.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
been-
that's
Yeah,
the
he's
Michael Bodden.
autopsy
Yeah.
guy with the curly hair.
Yeah,
he's been on
said it's
all the
not
news
consistent.
networks.
It's
So-
not said the ligature marks is not consistent. The breaks in the hyoid are not consistent. Where he apparently had himself perched was not like there could not be enough leverage gained for the breaks. You know what I mean? Like there's a difference between most hangings are not strangulations. They're the hyoid bones breaking and literally they're like types of.
Where'd you see all this at? I'd like to watch or read that. Where'd you hear that?
A lot of it, yeah.
just around?
Online, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they go over it a lot. Like I was saying before, all roads usually lead to Rogan.
Yeah.
You know, but these are facts. You know, he had himself. Apparently, he hung from, part of his jail cell, and the way his body was found, it wasn't enough distance.
Yeah, he was like 6'5".
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he would have. So the human body.
You could have bent your legs and choked yourself to death, but you wouldn't have broken your neck.
The human body will not allow yourself to strangle or drown.
That's why you have to kick the stool out.
Right.
Because you'll stand
And that's
up
why
before you...
Right,
Have
exactly.
you seen with Steven Crowder where they tried to reenact the suicide?
No.
Yeah, Steven
No.
Crowder. They actually like tried to see if you could kill yourself in the jail cell.
No, I mean, obviously it can be done, Aaron Hernandez.
Whoa, watch my art, buddy. That's
Whoa.
multi-million-dollar shit right there,
Shout
son.
out to Christian Lawan.
Yeah. I thought it was Lawhorn.
It's Lawan. I'm surprised you can pronounce your own goddamn name.
It's only 4 letters on both, bro. My parents knew what they were doing. They didn't name me Matthew with 1 T, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Come
shout
on,
out.
Matthew Burrish with
God.
the 1 T and the H, bro.
Yeah.
How's anybody supposed to find you in the phone book, bro? How are we supposed to tag you when you got 1 T in your name, Matthew Burrish?
Yeah.
So I thought it was weird how the Nicholas Tartaglione dude, which is his cellmate, which was Jeffrey Epstein's cellmate,
Yeah.
supposedly got moved the day before
Yeah.
the suicide and had this huge cover-up story on how he also had a cell phone in there that got confiscated.
That's not surprising though.
But here's what
the
I
cell
think.
phone.
So, yeah, but he could have been communicating with somebody to tell him what to do through the cell phone.
But they were moving money around
yeah.
They were moving
That-
money around,
secretly, so that wasn't done on the
probably
giant
on the
phone.
cell phone.
Yeah.
Somebody just texted me too and said that he was also 6 foot tall. So
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
he was
you
over
can't-
6 foot.
Yeah, and in a jail cell, there's sadly I know this from experience, but the ceilings aren't that high, and there's nothing to hang on the ceiling. You have nothing to stand on except for one little. I mean, you could, but I'm saying it's just not realistic to think that he did that. All the other circumstances notwithstanding. Obviously it's not realistic to think he did it considering the situation and who he was. But just by looking at the scene and there was like all the did you see the pictures? All the
I didn't see 'em.
jumpsuits. Jeff, you saw the pictures?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
All the
It's
jumpers.
yeah, I was like, how did he get that much clothes and that much?
Right. So here's the thing, right?
was
So
my
they
thing.
showed pictures. They did a 60 minutes segment probably maybe like a month ago now, and they released pictures of the body,
Right.
pictures of the jail cell, and they showed ligatures,
Oh, that's it, where they're trying to hang himself.
pieces of torn jumpsuit. And they were trying to say that like this piece of torn jumpsuit is what he used to kill himself. Now it ended up being, if you tightened it up or whatever, it would have been way, way too thick to leave the very thin ligature marks on his
Right.
own neck.
Nothing's consistent.
Nothing is consistent.
Let's talk
other
about-
than the fact that he's fucking dead.
Let's talk about his cellmate for a second.
Well, I don't know. I don't know much about the cellmate.
I'm going to tell you.
have to
I'm going to
believe-
tell you about his cellmate.
I have
Let me
to
just-
believe it was a plant.
the cellmate.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, here's the thing about
that's
his,
me knowing nothing about
Here's the
it.
thing about his cellmate.
Yeah.
His cellmate he was a cop in New York or
course
somewhere
he
up
was.
there, all right? And he committed a quadruple homicide and had
Yeah.
4 fucking bodies buried in his backyard.
Yeah.
That's why he went to jail. He was facing the death penalty. He complained about everything in the jail, like the environment that they were
Yeah.
left in. But he had already killed 4 people.
Yeah.
What's one more?
Look, here's
What's
the thing.
one
is,
more?
It's just not realistic at all for me to think that somebody that high profile who is accused of that kind of crime, and I'm speaking because I've been to jail, but like those people are segregated.
They're not in
10
a
out of
cell,
10
and
times.
they're definitely not in a cell with a quadruple homicide
Exactly.
guy.
What about-
the plant was that they put Jeffrey Epstein in the cell with that guy, not they
Yeah.
put the guy in the cell with Jeffrey Epstein. They put Epstein in the
Yeah.
cell with a serial murderer.
Well, what about the first suicide attempt? The video disappeared.
Dude, nothing is
Right.
Dude,
And
come
Right.
he
on.
claimed that he didn't try to commit suicide that time.
And then I read that the warden of the jail was absolutely appalled that they took him off suicide watch after that. Like the person who ran the jail said that they didn't understand why he was ever taken off suicide watch. And they're supposed to be checked every 30 minutes.
Yeah, of course.
So supposedly they charged the guards. I didn't read anything about that. Do y'all know anything about them
No,
charging?
because that
Yeah.
just went away.
Yeah, because I couldn't find anything about it.
I just know they charged 2 guards. They made bond.
Yeah.
Dude,
But like
that's insane.
if they were
dude.
serious about that, like that would have been negligent homicide.
But the beginning of it all, like in 2005,
Yeah.
it was this chick got in a fight at school. She had money on her. She couldn't explain where she got all the money from, and that's what started the initial investigation into Epstein.
Years ago.
Yeah, years ago.
14.
And
14 years ago?
Yeah.
15 actually. Now.
Holy
Well,
shit.
now,
20,
yeah.
But
I mean, he was
2019.
charged multiple times
but
for
like,
soliciting
all these
prostitution.
girls on that special like had the same exact story. where
All consistent.
He had them running around Palm Beach, recruiting other girls. He was paying the girls to bring more girls in, and I mean, it was just insane. And then they originally charged him with soliciting prostitution.
Yeah, which is insane because
which
it's
made the
underage
girls-
women.
Yeah, which is
And a misdemeanor, as far as I know.
It's a pedophile, and that means that it portrays these girls as prostitutes, not children
Right.
being taken advantage
Right,
of.
exactly.
That's exactly what they were, as children being taken advantage of.
Exactly.
And, I mean, it was just, I don't know, it crazy.
So here's the big question. The last time I was watching Rogan is a point that was brought up. She's got a really weird name and I can't remember what it is. But where's his right hand woman? She's hiding out in Britain somewhere.
She was seen somewhere not long ago.
Reading a book
the
about
UK.
killing a CIA operative.
Maxwell's something.
That's her last name, I
Yeah.
think. But she was the one that set everything up. Like she was the point person who would get these
some,
girls.
I got some screenshots of
Yeah.
information about her.
Yeah.
In my Epstein research
So
folder.
the
Let me
question is,
open that up, Jamie.
why is there no like Interpol warrant for her arrest?
All right, I'm gonna read you some stuff. I want to.
Wait, somebody just told me they said they are not releasing any info on the guards pending investigation.
This just in.
Yeah.
This is fucking awesome. This just in. They're not releasing any information. All right, here I'm gonna tell you the screenshot about his cellmate. I'm gonna read it to you. I think it's from Breitbart. I'm pretty sure. But it says,
Gotta love Breitbart.
Jeffrey Epstein's cellmate, a former cop charged with quadruple murder, told authorities he came to the perverted multimillionaire's rescue after he attempted to hang himself, alerting correction officers and possibly saving his life, a source told the Daily News Friday. This is the first time he tried to kill himself. A law enforcement source confirmed the cellmate, Nicholas Tartaglione, claimed to have helped Epstein after finding him unconscious. Investigators were still trying to determine if an assault had occurred or if the sex offender facing up to 45 years in prison had in fact tried to take his own life.
Finding him, what was he, asleep? Like,
Dude,
I'm pretty sure they're on 23 and 1
that
lockdown.
Makes no sense.
Right. Where was he that he just came and found him? Unless he was passed out or something.
All right, let's start from the beginning. Let's do it in chronological order. All right, this is 1982. He launches his own company, Jeffrey Epstein, J. Epstein and Co., right?
Yeah.
Still apparently operating today. Services individuals and families with $1 billion or more to manage from New York.
Sure.
So it's the first guy who ever hired Epstein was the CEO and owner of Victoria's Secret.
Okay.
So the guy who owns Victoria's Secret had $1 billion, and he let Jeffrey Epstein control his money.
Pretty innocuous at that point.
Les Wexner, founder of the underwear maker L Brands, which includes Mall Staples, Victoria's Secret, and Bath & Body Works, is Epstein's only confirmed client. Vanity Fair reported in 2003 that the two men were very close. So in 2003...
so that's current? Like that?
No, that was
legit?
2003. But it was his only client in 2003.
Yeah.
All right, in the late 1990s, he moves into Manhattan Mansion. How Epstein acquired the mansion at East 71st Street, considered Manhattan's largest, remains a mystery. So nobody knows how he got his mansion in Manhattan. Did you guys know that?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows how he got his mansion. The New York Times reported that Epstein declared it to be his property in 1996. According to Bloomberg, which cited one anonymous source familiar with the matter, Wexner sold the home in 1998 to a company affiliated with Epstein. So he got the fucking mansion from the guy who started Victoria's Secret.
Well, they said that like that was one of the things that they were telling people when he was bringing these young girls in. Like one of the girls thought that they were bringing them in. They were models.
Yeah.
That they were like looking at for Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, because that's what it says here. Several Epstein's accusers say the mansion is where he sexually
gold
assaulted
mine
them.
for somebody like that.
Dude,
Gold mine.
He knew what he was doing.
I don't know if y'all know Mark
Yeah.
Dice. I watch Mark Dice daily. He had a book, The Illuminati, in 2009 where he talked about a celebrity pedophile ring where he
Yeah.
mentions Jeffrey Epstein in 2009.
Wow.
in his
Shit.
book.
Wow.
You had Alex Jones screaming about a celebrity pedophile ring for years.
Corey
but-
Feldman's been talking about it for years.
Yeah, Corey Feldman has
He's been
too.
talking about it for years.
But Corey Feldman and Alex Jones are crazy, so that
Right.
gets wrote off.
Exactly.
1998 purchases Little St. James Island in U.S. Virgin Islands.
Uh-huh.
In an alarming report, the Associated Press described how people who lived in the area surrounding Epstein's extremely private oasis started calling it Pedophile Island when molestation accusations against him were first made public. Epstein hired hundreds of workers to build a stone mansion on the island along with bizarre temple-like structures. But most of former employees of Epstein refused to speak to AP, citing long non-disclosure agreements they had signed.
I'm sure.
Little,
Every one of them.
Little St. James is his main place of residence. Epstein allegedly ran a sex trafficking ring here and his other properties with Maxwell, who allegedly recruited the young girls in their early teens.
Right.
Here's a CNN article from last week on Epstein, which
week.
which I found kind of funny. The headline is Jeffrey Epstein's disregard for environmental protection showed his disrespect for the law. Virgin Island says. That's the CNN headline. Like, forget that he was a pedophile and messing with all these little kids.
Yeah.
His disregard for the environment.
Wow.
Is
Right.
showed that he had like complete disrespect for the law.
That's ridiculous.
Whatever.
Forget the fact that he was when he was originally being investigated, that he hired private investigators to and had the Palm Beach Police Department under 24-hour
Followed.
surveillance.
He had people following the
Followed.
cops that were
Forget that.
investigating him.
Yeah.
But it's his disregard for environmental issues on his
The
island.
fuck
that
out of here, man.
Fucking CNN. Man.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's almost like they want to keep it going, but they don't want to be poignant at all about what they're keeping going.
That
You know
is
what I mean?
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what Jeff and Bradley think about this. Also, okay, so this was on, I can't remember which website this was on.
Yeah.
But you can probably kind of imagine once I read it. Also, 2002, called Terrific by Donald Trump and travels with Bill Clinton. I've known Jeff for 15 years.
Ugh.
Terrific guy.
Yeah.
Trump told New York I think this was New York Times. Trump told New York for its profile of Epstein, he's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. In 2002 and 2003, former President Bill Clinton took 4 trips in Epstein's private jet to Europe, Asia, Africa, according to a statement from Clinton. One of Epstein's victims says she once saw Clinton on the island, but he denies ever being there.
Right.
Wow.
So that's going back to the 26 recorded trips Clinton took on
But
that plane.
Trump ended up banning him from Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago.
One of the
What does that mean? What do you mean?
Mar-a-Lago.
Like an island?
Mar-a-Lago is a place in Florida.
that he owns.
Trump's little
You gotta
compound in
remember,
Florida.
Palm
Oh, he
Beach-
banned him from his own place.
You gotta
Yeah.
remember, Trump owns a place down there. Palm Beach is a bunch of billionaires. So
Yeah.
they're all going to end up at Trump's.
Yeah. They're all going to go
It's
to
his
Mar-a-Lago.
establishment.
Yeah.
Trump ends up banning him like 15 years ago from there.
Huh.
One of the people that were actually recruiting for Epstein was recruiting young girls from Mar-a-Lago. I can't say it.
Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago. And but they said that Trump was never seen anywhere or messing with.
It sounds like they had
again?
a falling out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've
Which-
kind of
all right.
gathered.
Brownie points for Trump. Maybe he figured out what was going on and didn't want to be a part of it.
So the thing that was interesting to me about that ABC thing you're talking about is how that district attorney in Florida kind of was like, yeah, we're going to get him. We're going to take him down for 20 years to life for this shit, like the shit he was doing to those girls. And then something happened within a couple weeks span where the district attorney in Florida was like, yeah, we're not fucking with him.
Right.
We cut a deal with him
Right.
behind the victim's back. The
It
victims
was like
Then the US
04.
The U.S. attorney just got involved with it then too because it got handed to the FBI.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but that U.S. attorney Trump had just like nominated him for some position. But
Oh,
then
this was during Trump's presidency.
this part right here, like
Yeah.
that happened before Trump's presidency.
Right.
Where the prosecutor for the U.S. attorney's office that was involved was nominated, and this was before Epstein killed himself. And then it came out that he had cut that deal with Epstein, and they made a
Wow.
great big deal about it. Then his nomination was withdrawn.
Oh.
dude, none of this shit adds up.
No, of course not.
So this is 2006, charged with multiple counts of unlawful
That's
sex
what I'm
with a
thinking.
minor.
Yeah.
The state attorney at the time, Barry Kreischer, that's the guy I'm talking about,
Right.
referred the case to a grand jury. A grand jury heard from just 2 of the dozen plus girls law enforcement had gathered as witnesses. The Miami Herald reported and returned an indictment of 1 count of soliciting prostitution. They only heard 2 people's testimonies, and then the grand jury returned. Dude, it's the elite control everything. Like, they control the outcome of the courts. If you're a billionaire, like he had access to so many people's money and so much blackmail on people. Like, it's like these people like Bill Clinton and these billionaires and politicians that can't like they can't just do normal shit because they're so over it and they're just so fucking like narcissistic and shit that they have to like fuck with kids
Right.
or go smoke crack behind a building or whatever it is. Like they have to go do something that they're not supposed to do to exert their dominance over people, because I just feel like once you get into power, like something changes in your brain.
That's what one of the girls said from like the 2005 thing. She said that she was frozen and she felt like she couldn't leave. Like she was there, like, here you got this guy that's powerful with all this money.
Yeah.
You know, this girl's from Trailer Park.
Yeah,
right.
she never had any. A lot of them were like that.
Yeah, they all had like the same story, and like you got this guy that had power, and like she felt like she couldn't leave. So
I mean, $200 is a lot to somebody who lives in a trailer park.
For
somebody
sure.
just said that people look in the wrong places. That Maxwell and her family fed Epstein's.
Talk right there in the mic when
Let
you
me
read
see
it.
here.
Wait, is this on the Facebook Live?
Yeah,
Jeff's got
it's-
a watch party going.
Yeah,
I just read this.
What does that mean? I don't even know what the fuck that means.
I got a watch party.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
My,
It's just some Facebook
Tell
shit,
me.
bro. It's
Tell me.
okay.
I got people watching. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But it says Epstein's story is a cover up for even a bigger cover up, which I do believe. Like
yeah.
they put Epstein down to
Yeah.
keep other stuff from coming out.
Like that's the crux of the thing. Like I don't think it necessarily is directly related to the Clintons or Trump.
And it doesn't begin and end with Epstein
It doesn't
either.
begin and end with
Look
Epstein.
at that
No.
flight manifest. All the people that were on there. Eminem
Yeah.
was on there. Oprah Winfrey was on
Yeah.
Wait,
there.
what'd you say?
That flight manifest that showed all
Oh.
the people that flew on his plane.
Wow. What are these people
Jeffrey
fucking
Jones
with this
was on
guy
there
for?
from Ferris Bueller. You know, he's been
Now he
arrested.
is a convicted.
Yeah, he's been convicted. He was on that.
Yeah.
he was on that list.
He was
What are
on-
these
he
people
was on
flying with the
Deadwood.
guy for, other than to do sketchy
Well,
shit?
here's the thing: is I don't think that goes to like. I don't think that you could look at that manifest and see those people and think that they're involved in this pedophilia ring. I do think that it goes to how influential the man himself is, and I think that almost like lends an air of false legitimacy to him as a so I don't think that anybody would try and claim that Oprah had something to do with the pedophilia ring. I do think that some
Why
people
not, though?
I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
Can't rule anybody
No,
out,
of course
Bradley.
not. What I am saying is
Especially not Oprah.
I do think that some people could see Oprah and Eminem on that plane and be like, well, they wouldn't be on a plane with a.
So you're saying he
Pedophile.
used them to make him more legitimate, like he's not.
I think that's one of the. I think
So
that's an
Eminem
aspect
flew on
of
his
it.
plane?
Yeah, Eminem probably had no fucking clue. You know, Eminem probably. I'm saying, and this is a complete guess. I'm saying he probably didn't have any idea that he was on the plane of like a huge sex trafficking ring leader.
Yeah, but here's my thing. How do you end up on a plane that Epstein owns?
Because it's the
Flying to
elite.
his island.
The elite.
It's
You
what
know?
now?
Flying to his island.
What are they
Yeah.
going to his island for?
The only way you get to his island is by boat.
Right.
Yeah, what are they going there
Or a
for?
plane.
For what, though?
Prestige, maybe.
Yeah. Or like it's in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's fucking paradise.
So he's like hosting
It was help
celebrities
with some
there.
other people.
Right.
though.
Well, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
But you know what I
fucked
mean?
up,
Like,
ain't
that's
it?
tropical-
That's so true,
Yeah.
dude.
Somebody's saying it's Hollywood. Hollywood's the one covering it up. That's what I just said.
I think Hollywood is a well. Yeah.
I think Hollywood's.
I mean,
big,
that's assuming that the Hollywood pedophile ring that Corey Feldman and Alex Jones are talking about is the same ring that these like high class elites are a part of.
But there's not
Maybe
just
it's
one pedophile ring. Most likely,
That's what I'm saying.
I know
I
what
don't
you're
think-
saying. I
yeah,
agree
I
with
don't
you
think-
100%.
I don't think
Birds
it.
of a feather.
You
There's
know,
probably a
yeah.
Hollywood pedophile ring. There's probably a
billionaire elites.
and there's probably a.
Probably, I don't know. It's probably all the same.
Maybe.
same
I mean, there's
circle.
more than one drug cartel.
It's kind of. I mean,
It's just probably run like a business, just like a drug cartel is.
I mean, I think it has a lot to do with power and the thirst for power over another human being. It's just like it's an addiction to me. Like I feel like that's what it is. Because you could be,
Absolutely.
you could be the manager of a Dollar General and fucking be some kid that got denied by a bunch of girls when you're in high school and you never got any puss. And you're like, hey, I'm gonna run this Dollar General and I'm gonna fucking. I'm gonna show these bitches.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, I'm
of
gonna
course.
exert my power over these bitches. You know what I
course,
mean? And I think
absolutely.
it has a lot to do with that, and a lot to do with like narcissism and just
Yeah.
wanting to just destroy another person. You know?
Well, yeah, and for this in particular, it's the perfect storm of like the sexual predilection to children, the money, which brings on the means, you know, and then it's the associations with all those other people because you have all that money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to have one and you have to have another to get to another to get to another, and the next thing you know, you have the, like I said, it's the perfect storm of criminal deviancy that ends up destroying a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, it's almost like a fucked up religion.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, like they're going to church, and Pedophile Island is their church, and they're making their pilgrimages however many times a year,
And they're
and
making their offerings.
yeah,
You know, blessing.
right, really,
Blessing.
bless, yeah,
No, I'm just saying, like, it's
Yeah.
like a fucked up. I mean, dude,
Yeah.
you got Catholicism, dude. Like,
Yeah.
they're fucking most of those guys, the priests.
Yeah.
They've been known to be, you know, a little
Yeah.
fucking weird.
Well, also, I think at this point, I think like the priesthood is like a refuge for a lot of
Like a safe haven
they're
for pedophiles.
They're already pedophiles, and they think that, you know what I mean, maybe they can hide out in the priesthood. Maybe at first because maybe they think they can pray the pedophilia away, but then it's like you see, you know, you got a never-ending fucking revolving door of altar boys, and you got it's shrouded in secrecy and hush
All the boys
hush.
stay the same age.
Yeah, and then like, you know, it's like
line and Dazed and Confused.
it's built on not saying anything to anyone. You know, we're keeping it quiet. It's, you know, the church is the perfect place for a pedophiliac to flourish.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know.
And so is like,
the Catholic Church. Let's
Yeah.
let's make sure we
Yeah, the Catholic
it
Church.
could be any
Make sure we know.
It's a
church.
breeding ground.
Could be any
But
church.
then you have like the high class, the billionaire elites. You know what I mean? Like, that's not necessarily a breeding ground, but that's like the perfect cover, like the shield.
Yeah.
Like all this money and these like high powered associates. You know what I mean? Like, it's a feeling. I'm sure, I would assume, a feeling of like being untouchable.
God damn.
Well,
Bradley Barker's breakdown
yeah, and
of the
so
elite pedophile ring. I
the
like
problem
it.
the problem is that shield didn't do quick enough for Jeff Epstein, because like the government, I guess at one point was like, you know what, we got charges on this dude, and now I guess the elites came together and were like, we got to shut this shit down quick.
And
like,
it-
they
and it-
got him.
But
And
the thing is, they got him in 2009, but they slapped
Covered
him
it
on
up.
the
Well, that's the shield.
Yeah.
That's the shield I'm talking about working.
Yeah, but it just got to the point where it's like, we got to kill him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because
See,
then
that's
he
the thing.
had nowhere to go.
After 2009, like, who was hanging out with him after 2009 knowing?
The heat would have been on,
yeah.
you know?
The
People are
Prince, Bill
people are
Clinton,
looking at you
are they
now.
hanging out with this dude, like, after?
Is that when they hung out with him?
I mean,
or was it all before
I
that?
don't
Clinton,
know.
I'm sure. I
Does
don't know.
anybody know?
No, I don't know.
Is anybody ever gonna know?
Yeah, because, I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, we
like,
got a
I mean,
feeling.
do
I
all the
got a
research.
feeling.
Like, when was that? When was the picture with the girl and the Prince taken? What year was that?
I don't know. He looked
Yeah.
young though. He looked young in the picture,
So I mean,
and she looked real
Yeah.
young.
so, but obviously he was still doing what he was doing after 2009
Right.
because
The crown's falling apart over there, ain't it? You got Prince Harry trying to escape to Canada.
I mean, what? Good for him.
you got that's
good for
what you
him.
say now until it comes out that he hung out with Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, yeah.
I quit.
Watch it. Hey, you know what? This is a bad joke, but they need to stay out of fucking tunnels.
I quit caring about the crown in 1776.
I never.
there you go.
I
don't
never
give a
cared
fuck
about.
a crown.
I never cared about any of that shit
Yeah.
until the Prince Harry or to the Prince Andrew shit.
Yeah.
because I didn't know about that shit.
yeah.
What if this is like the perfect time? He was like, you know what? Like, I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not going to be involved with
Harry.
any.
Harry.
Yeah. What if Harry like?
maybe that the Mexit, is that what it called, the Mexit?
Brexit.
No, Mexit.
Who, what are you talking about?
Harry and
Oh,
Meghan Markle.
Meghan
leaving.
Markle. Yeah,
they're calling it
Mexit.
a Mexit.
Wow.
Maybe the Mexit was something to deflect and take the
Attention off of Andrew. Yeah.
Orchestrated by the Crown. They're like, look, Harry,
Yeah.
we need you to take one for the
Look,
team.
y'all want to go back anyway. Y'all want
Yeah.
to do your own thing.
No shit.
Y'all go ahead and y'all
Yeah.
pull back. We'll
Because
make a
that's
big
been the only
scene
news
about
for the
it.
past month.
No
Not that
one's-
they were
no
talking
one-
about.
No one's talking about Andrew.
I mean, they
anymore.
weren't really talking about it a lot to begin with, but like this is the perfect deflection. Yeah.
To me, like the biggest thing everybody should be talking about is the pedophiles. That's the biggest damage you could do to a human being is to sexually molest them or rape them
Yeah.
as a child. It damages a person for their entire fucking
I don't
life.
think anyone really cares that Epstein was killed. It's everyone wants to know who did it, who was involved.
Yeah.
They want to know what was going on.
Yeah.
Like, why was he killed? It's not
Right.
that anyone actually cared that.
And like I feel like some of those answers are with that Ghislaine Maxwell.
And I
Yeah.
think some of them,
She's
honestly,
got a lot
I
of
know,
answers.
I know this might be dumb, but I think that the cellmate has some answers that I would love to see an interview with the cellmate
I would too.
without
but
his lawyer and him telling the truth, and then he kills himself.
you know that man. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
He
You know
tells
that
the
man's
truth, man.
terrified. You know that man is in.
Oh, he's
that man is in
terrified.
segregated. That man is in a
Witness
special
protection.
cell. Absolutely. Well, I mean, he ain't going. I mean,
Hey,
he's
his
got 4 bodies buried in a backyard. He
Hey,
ain't
hey.
getting out.
Hey guys, guarantee you he doesn't have any rats and water in his cell anymore. He's
yeah.
probably out on the weekends
Man.
after he killed Epstein. I
If-
think he
if he
killed
did it,
Epstein. I think
yeah.
he killed Epstein, and they
But
fucking
see,
were
here's
like,
the
"We'll
thing.
we'll do anything you want if you just kill Epstein. Just kill him. We'll make it look like a suicide. You won't get charged for anything, and we'll move you on out of this jail into somewhere real nice for you to spend the rest of your life, and you won't get the death penalty."
So okay, so
But
let's
who's
talk
behind-
logistics. Yeah,
I don't know,
That's
but
what I'm getting
just
to.
saying he's the guy they got to do it. Have you seen him? He's like 250,
Let's
just
talk-
fucking
let-
jacked.
Let's talk for a second about logistics, how it could have reasonably been done. Do you think that, assuming it was the elites that were like behind it, do you think that, because I know that the footage is gone, do you think that one of them somehow got in there and did it? Or do you honestly think that an official from the prison was coerced into doing it by them?
An official from the prison was coerced, and he got
So you think a
Tartaglione to commit
I
the
think
murder.
it's too big of a risk to like have an inmate go in.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They could have
pop
fucked it up
pop
too
the
easily.
door and go in. Like,
Right.
But his cellmate,
but how
though,
do you get somebody in? Like,
his
there's-
cellmate's in there. That's what I'm
the
saying.
cellmate
He wasn't in there.
murdered.
That's what they say, but I think he was in there, and they said they covered it up and said we'll say you weren't
There's
even
a
there.
lot of eyes that have to be on it to pull that off. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people have to turn a blind eye
Right.
for that to get.
I want to
pulled
know
off.
who
Too
else.
many people involved.
I want to know who else is in that prison. I want to know if
What do you
maybe
mean?
I want to know if maybe the prison he was sent to that particular prison in order for this whole thing to happen the way it happened. I'm just saying maybe the prison is controlled by somebody who's
Well, so it was probably initially like a club fed type.
I don't know what that means.
So club fed is like a term.
federal prison.
Yeah, but it's a term used to describe like a cushy, like Martha Stewart went to club fed.
Yeah, but
I don't think it was just one person that was involved in killing him.
No.
And it had to be because you got politicians involved. It had to be somebody with government connections,
Right.
That would have connections with a federal holding facility.
Right. I don't want to use the term. I don't want to like be too dramatic, but like, do we think it was an assassin, or like someone gained entry and did it, or like Alex said,
Someone had to be let in.
yeah,
or
right.
it could have been like Columbiana shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Came in through the fucking vents.
I don't know about that, but like
That's
I do.
what Columbiana did in the prison. Remember, she broke
I
into the
do
prison and she
remember.
fucked them up.
Yes,
Dude, that
I
movie was
remember.
badass.
Had somebody from MS-13 in there do it. They know they ain't gonna talk.
I just think the Tartaglione dude did it, and they said he wasn't even there when he was there. And the whole first suicide attempt was a setup for the real thing to happen. That's what I think.
Guaranteed in a year or two, they pin it on him. You know what I mean?
They pin it on Tartaglione.
Yeah.
Nah, he's immune. He's got him full
No way.
immunity, bro.
No way, because that solves the problem.
Not anymore because you got too many people to cover it up.
And they charge the guards. And they
No,
say it's a
but they
suicide,
charge
and they've
the
said
guard-
it's a suicide.
The charges against the guards are going more towards
Negligence.
Right.
Right.
No one's saying the guards killed him.
No, I know, but they paid the guards to turn a blind eye.
Right.
To me, you wouldn't have had to pay the guards to turn the blind eye. They're like, the guards ain't gonna. It's the middle of the night.
Fuck
They ain't
this pervert
pedophile.
pedophile.
They ain't on their rounds like they're supposed to be anyway.
Yeah.
You know, they were sitting there shopping.
Yeah, but they
online
made
shopping
sure that they weren't on their rounds, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, think about it. You check on him even if you check on him every 30 minutes, how long does it take for somebody to strangle him? 1 minute? 30 seconds?
No.
30
Takes
seconds?
minutes. 5 to 9 minutes.
To strangle somebody to
Yeah.
death? No way, dude.
Yeah, so that
Epstein was a pretty big
Let's
dude.
test
You
it
gotta
out.
fi- you
Somebody
gotta
give me
find-
a rope.
That minute you're talking about, all that's going to do is close the airway off to the brain, and they're just going to pass out. It takes minutes to actually strangle
Look
someone
it up,
to death.
Jamie. See how long it takes for them to strangle somebody to death.
That's what Steven Crowder was doing, you know.
Yeah, how long is this? Did he say it would? He said he was doing this hanging, though.
Yeah, they were trying to like see if he could like hang himself from his.
Yeah, makes no fucking sense. Nothing about this thing makes sense. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah, definitely not.
I mean, dude, this is insane, dude. Somebody's calling me. You like that? You like how I denied their call on my computer? That's what you get. Wendell, North Carolina, whoever you are.
They're calling.
It's probably a
about you.
prison, dude. It's probably FBI, dude, calling fucking
They
tell me
wanna
to
know-
stop talking.
They want to know about your extended warranty on your car.
God damn.
They want to
For
know
the-
my social
For the
security
car I don't
number.
have, they want to talk to me. First, it takes 2 to 5 minutes for a person to pass out. After 5 minutes, depending on individual health, the cells of the heart. After 6 to 7 minutes, brain cells start to die, and permanent damage is almost set in by the
No
brain.
way it takes that long to strangle somebody.
After 10 minutes, the person is almost presumably dead, with chances of reviving almost slim. And all throughout this, the person is in excruciating pain, and the struggle for breathing fresh air is unbearable by a sane person. So he could not have
Wow.
done it by the perch that he was on. That's what I was saying in the beginning, like that fight or flight in your DNA. You cannot drown yourself, and you cannot strangle yourself.
Can you slit your own throat?
You could, yeah. Elliott Smith, there was a singer. He was a real emo singer back in like the 90s and early 2000s.
Super emo if he slit his own throat.
He stabbed
yeah.
himself in the heart. He stabbed himself in the
Holy
heart.
But
shit,
Japanese would do
dude.
that, like
Well, the Japanese,
Kamikaze.
like suicide.
so that's
following
called
the sword.
That's called seppuku, and the Japanese, they would disembowel themselves.
Yeah,
Dude, that is insane that you can bring yourself to do that. To literally slit your
Said
own.
fact, you can never strangle yourself with your own hands. That's the sign that our body is amazing at keeping us alive.
let's see you try to do it.
Right now.
Yeah, go Bradley.
Give me a wire.
Nah, I'll do nothing I don't know I can do right.
Guess you don't do
You
much
know.
then, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, the whole thing is just absolutely insane. Like, it really is. Like, let's read a couple more of these facts, and then we'll go ahead and wrap her up. Or we can talk about 9/11, whatever you guys want. We can, dude. This is the longest we've ever stayed on one subject in this podcast.
Very proud of us.
I mean,
Very proud of
come
us.
on,
Come on.
come on. Anybody commenting on your thing?
Not right now,
I
but
can't
I
even
do want
see
to
it.
let everybody know that my little public service announcement here. Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself, so neither should you. So you can call the
Right.
National Suicide Prevention Hotline at
Right.
1-800-8255.
Just listen to the Logic song.
273.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
So
There you go. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, look, I'm going to read you guys a fact. Bradley, pay attention, you beautiful
I'm
bitch.
paying attention.
June 2008, appears in court and pled guilty to 2 lesser counts and sentenced to a cushy 18-month in jail. Emails obtained by the Miami Herald show that during the months of back-and-forth negotiations between Epstein's attorney and Acosta's office, Acosta is
That's
the
the
guy.
guy, yep.
Yeah, Acosta continually caved to the businessman's demands. Finally, Acosta signed off on a non-prosecution agreement that was negotiated, signed, and sealed so that no one would know the full scope of Epstein's crimes.
And
The
he
Herald-
didn't do so. Non-prosecution means,
They're not going to prosecute.
but he had already gotten sentenced to 18 months. So then that means they're not going to prosecute further charges, or charges related to what he got convicted of. That's really kind of ambiguous.
Epstein appeared in a Palm Beach County courtroom June 30th, 2008 with none of his accusers present. He was required to register as a sex offender and report to jail, which he never did register as a sex offender.
Right.
And nothing was ever done about that. The Miami Herald, it doesn't say that in here, but I'm telling you what I know. The Miami Herald also noted Epstein began the process of settling at least a dozen other lawsuits out of court around this time. Very sketchy.
That's called a cover-up.
You can buy your way out of anything,
Yeah,
guys. If there's
exactly.
one lesson to be learned here, if you make enough money, do whatever the fuck you
None
want,
of that
dude.
is-
Fuck
none of that
shit.
is shocking.
Honestly, I guess he didn't have enough money though, because he didn't completely buy. his way
Yeah,
out of-
because the scales get tipped.
Yeah,
like,
he-
doesn't matter how much money you have. If you know too
he only
much,
bought himself out of so much.
right? If you know too much, there ain't enough money in the world.
It was later revealed that Epstein never once checked in with the New York Police Department in 8 years since he was told to do so every 90 days in order to verify his address.
Wow.
Never once.
Yeah.
Can you say turn a blind eye?
Uh-huh.
Okay, we already talked about Jeffrey Epstein's cellmate, didn't we?
Yep.
Okay. Tartaglione, this is another fact about him. Tartaglione, a former Briarcliff
Broward County.
Briarcliff Manor cop facing the death penalty for alleged kidnapping and murder of 4 people in 2016 was in the SHU because earlier this month correction officers found a cell phone in his cell in the general population. Epstein was there because according to the Daily Beast, he'd been threatened by other inmates after his arrest for alleged sex trafficking of girls under the age of 14. So I think the cell phone may have had something to do with it. But this jail is famous for its tight security and notorious inmates who have included terrorists, Wall Street schemers, and until recently, because he got out, Mexican drug cartel El Motherfucking Chapo.
Ah.
So you're telling me you lost the footage. You
Right.
lost the footage in a prison that was used to house El Chapo. You're shitting me. Are you shitting me?
Huh.
Come on.
Yeah.
Dude, that's absolutely ridiculous.
Like I said, I just said it. None of that is surprising to me.
All right, here's your timeline with the checking on the every 30 minutes. So it takes, what'd you say, 10 minutes to strangle somebody?
Yeah.
That's insane. I would have never thought that. I would have thought 1 minute you're dead as fuck.
No, you just passed out.
They're supposed to be making rounds every 15 minutes.
Okay, well this says something different. Officers should have been checking on Epstein, who was being held in a special housing unit of the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York City every 30 minutes, and under normal circumstances he should have also had a cellmate, according to the person familiar with the matter and union officials representing facility employees. But a person who had been assigned to share the cell with Epstein, they're talking about Tartaglione, was transferred on Friday, and for reasons that investigators are still exploring, he did not receive a new cellmate, the person familiar with the matter said Sunday night. That left Epstein, who had previously been placed on suicide watch, alone and unmonitored at least in the hours before his death, by even those officers assigned to guard him.
So I wouldn't be surprised if like his influence got him the cell by himself. I don't know if that was like anybody else setting up the
to sell
death.
by himself? Like, would he been scared to be with someone
No,
else?
probably. And
I mean, if you're
and
a sex offender,
yeah,
you're probably scared to be with
Absolutely.
it, especially
Unless
the
they put another
200.
sex offender in there.
What'd you say?
Unless they put another sex offender in
Yeah.
nah, they wouldn't do that. I don't think they would do
there. I don't
that.
know.
I mean,
I
like I
just-
said, I'm surprised to hear about him having a cellmate in the first place. I definitely would have thought anybody as high profile as that would have been segregated.
I thought that was weird
Because
too.
I was just reading about Jared, the subway guy.
Yeah.
Like him here recently, he's in a federal prison in Colorado, and there was a guy that was in there with him, and he said basically that whole prison's like all pedophiles.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Because
he
you
said-
got to put them somewhere. Because
Yeah.
if they're in general population, they're in danger.
Fuck them.
Well, yeah, I
Fuck
mean,
'em.
I agree, but I'm just saying, like, as
Deal
far
with it.
as the prison system go, well, yeah, but that's, they're there to, they're Jesus
Fuck 'em.
Christ.
Fuck 'em.
What? Yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm
I
just
know
saying,
you agree.
like-
I know you don't have to. I know you're not defending sexual predators.
Right, but I'm saying, like, you can't just put someone in prison and say, they'll probably fucking sort him out. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta,
To me, do it.
to you, yeah.
Do
And to
it.
me, yeah, I'm saying, I think you should put them on, just like you said, take
Fuck them.
the pedophilia island and make that its own,
Beyond
like,
scared straight.
penal colony. No, make it a prison.
Well, that's what I said. Make it beyond scared straight.
Yeah,
for
not
kids
scared
who
straight.
Won't fucking listen.
No, make it a prison and drop them off there and let them fend for themselves and let them die off.
New Australia.
Right.
Do it like Most Dangerous Game and let people go there and hunt them.
Oh.
Pet Australia.
Pet Australia.
Pet
dude.
Australia.
Pet Australia.
Damn.
And you
Pet
go and you do
Australia.
it like Most Dangerous Game, and you let the billionaires who aren't pedophiles
Right,
pay to
right.
hunt them
Right.
with 50 cows.
Barretts.
Hell
Speaking
yeah.
of 50 cows, did you
Barretts.
see the
And
That
use
guy,
all and use
the
all
Barrett guy?
Use all the money.
I seen him.
Hey.
He looked happy as shit.
Yeah.
Use all the money that people pay to go hunt the pedophiles and use it to help and get
Reparations.
well, use it to help the kids who've been harmed.
Yeah, that's what
give
I'm
them
saying.
therapy and give them
Yeah.
shit to help them get through.
Sure.
But what's up with the
Put it
bear?
towards the opioid crisis.
What's
In
yeah?
Richmond,
That's stupid.
They had they had the Second Amendment rally in Richmond Monday, and there was
Yeah.
a picture of this guy with a 50 walking around with a 50 cow strapped to him.
Look, I was at work.
Like a full like tripod and shit.
Yeah.
Is he? Yeah, it's
So I was at work. I was at work on Monday, and the guy that I work with, this dude Alex knows, he's real big into like shit like this, like what we're talking about. And we were talking. They're like, "Yeah, have you seen that they're doing the protests today and stuff like that?" And we talked about it a little bit. And he's like, "Man, he's like, I would love to see somebody just roll up there with a fucking 50 cal." And like an hour later, I'm scrolling on my phone,
There's
and
a
I
dude
see
with
the
the
picture
50
with the
cal.
Barrett. Yeah. It was
I
great.
wanted to go. I couldn't find nobody to go with me. Or I would have been there.
So there. Well, let me read the rest of these and we'll talk about that. I'm just looking to see if anybody commented real quick. We're responding to comments this time because y'all bitched at me enough about not responding to your comments.
Well, we don't go live anymore.
Well,
in the
we're-
old days,
We're about to
Hunt for
start. It's just
Greatness.
because the damn quality's so shitty, and people watch that and they think that's my podcast. Whenever a lot goes into it, like a lot of audio,
Oh,
and
yeah,
like you're not
of course.
hearing the mics on this thing. Just so you guys know, like
You're
this-
so proud of that, aren't you?
I am, dude, because it has a lot. It's hard to listen to some shit that sounds like shit
Yeah.
to me. You know what I mean? Like I've
Yeah.
invested money and time and everything into.
Tune into YouTube and Spotify for a better quality.
Yeah, exactly, dude. All right, two Democrat
We'll
politicians.
get it posted in about a week or so.
Yeah, a couple days. We'll have it in a couple of days. Former New York, Mexico Governor Bill Richardson and former Senator George Michael of ME. What is that?
Maine.
Is it Maine? Okay, Maine. Were named in the allegations. Both deny any wrongdoing. So I guess they named these two fucking Democrat.
Bill Richardson's one that he was New Mexico
Yep.
governor.
Yep.
And like he's made a lot of trips to North Korea because he's like negotiated to get hostages freed and stuff.
So they're saying that they were named in allegations.
It wouldn't surprise me.
That's so fucking
Back
weird.
up.
That's so weird. Oh, God, I clicked the wrong button here. I got two more, and then I'm done. Okay. I don't know if I got this one right. Okay. His lawyers. Okay, so lawyers. Jail inmate Nicholas Tartaglione had inflicted injuries. Somebody told these lawyers that Tartaglione inflicted injuries to his neck in the July 23rd incident while they bunked together. So there is allegations that guy did harm Epstein at some point. So I thought that was kind of interesting that came out. And then Epstein told his lawyers former police officer Tartaglione roughed him up, and that's why they got him off suicide watch. So he told the guys that Tartaglione harmed him and he didn't harm himself, and that's why they took him off suicide watch, basically.
I
So
gotta make a quick.
that's all I got. That's all I
gotta
got.
make a quick shout out. I'm We got a dogfish tournament tomorrow at Johnny Mercer's Pier.
Oh shit.
Dude told me to use clams, Anthony. I got a bunch of bluefish in the freezer. Actually thawing out now. I was going to use, but I might take your advice on the clams though.
He's saying use clams to catch dogfish?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers will eat anything.
Yeah, they're
Let's
scavengers,
be honest.
man.
They'll eat anything.
Yeah.
So I guess they like clams.
Yeah. They'll eat anything.
So it's biggest dogfish?
Yep. Biggest dogfish wins.
Damn, I wonder what the biggest one's going to be.
Last year was like 9.5 pounds.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
that's pretty big off the pier.
Yeah, yeah,
That's like that.
Yeah, we've been catching them like during the day too.
Can you eat those?
Some people do.
I wonder how they taste because they look like they're tough.
Yeah, I wouldn't. They make. I know one year they brought them into the pier and they like made some like dogfish burgers out of them.
Huh.
So
I wonder how that is.
Huh.
I don't know.
I'd like to eat
The
one.
pier record is like 14.9
Holy
pounds.
shit.
Yeah,
Damn, that's a big one.
yeah.
That is a big one. So all right, you guys go behind me and just make sure I covered everything y'all want to talk about as far as Epstein's concerned.
He didn't kill himself.
Yeah, he didn't kill himself.
Obviously. We're all in agreement about
I
that.
don't think Hillary had him killed, but she could have been part of the ring that did have him killed.
So you
but
think an assassin, or who do you think actually killed him?
probably somebody we don't even know.
Okay. Like an assassin.
Like
Or somebody in the
the
jail.
assassin wouldn't matter. It would be who hired the assassin.
No, that's what I just want to know. Yeah, I do want to know that.
Yeah.
Like, who do you think?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Is
No
like
clue.
Yeah, it's probably someone we don't even know. Someone whose
Yeah.
name's buried and wanted to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Huh.
Somebody they paid somebody who has experience doing that, but is also in their minds expendable
Jackal.
if caught.
If need be, you could
Yeah.
kill them too.
Yeah.
I think Epstein.
And like I think that like what we
I think that's what Epstein was a pawn.
I think
and
what
somebody
we
they could-
got to
The
the
person that killed him could be already dead for all we know.
yeah, and
Probably
we got
is.
down to it. It doesn't really matter that Epstein was killed. It's the why, and it's all the stuff surrounding it.
I think we definitely know why. Like,
And I had somebody on my watch party, Madison. I think she hit it. It was Epstein story's a cover up for a bigger cover up.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
I
course.
agree.
She hit the nail on the head on that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
I think we covered. I think that was an awesome
Yeah.
Epstein podcast.
she's smarter than she looks, and I'm looking right at her.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. So do we cover everything? We're good.
I mean,
you guys feel
I
good
feel
about
good
it.
about
You
it.
feel like
I
you
feel
got
good about it.
You got
Yeah.
it off your chest.
I'll tell you what. I am going to go home and watch the documentary on Hulu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the ABC thing.
Yeah, but there's
It's
also
not really. It's not really like a documentary.
Really?
It kind of is.
But there's
Is it
a-
the 60 Minutes? And I also want to go back and watch the 60
It's,
Minutes
it's
segment.
Epstein Truth and Lies, and they
Can you
also
read
have,
that?
they
Can
also
you
have
read that on that
5
camera?
episodes.
What's that say?
Just people's watch. Movie recording has been stopped automatically.
All right, cool. Well, let's wrap it
Whack.
up. That's cool. We'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Obviously, you didn't jailbreak it that good.
Yeah, well, I tried. I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah.
But you
Email
guys,
me at bradley@ashleyhomeilm.com. Instagram is _sectional_healing_
Sexual healing, really?
sectional healing.
Sectional.
It's a play on words. It's a play on
Hey,
words.
hey, come see me. You get 40% off any day of the week.
Damn, that's a deal, people.
Wednesday through Sunday.
That's a deal, people.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Ask for
His
me.
views does not reflect that of Ashley Furniture.
Any of his
Oh,
views.
big facts. Oh, that's the best
No
disclaimer
cap.
I've ever heard.
No fucking
cap.
cap.
Yeah, my views do not. Yeah, I'm not even. You said it. I'm not even going to continue.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Remember, turn in. Hey guys, turn in to episode 100 if you want to fucking interact with us. We'll be answering questions and you guys direct which way the podcast goes, kind of like you did tonight. So we appreciate everybody, especially you, Robin Barker. We appreciate you.
Hey, Mom,
Hey,
I'll call you soon, baby.
Blood in, blood out in this podcast. Hey,
That's
if you
right.
blood, we take your word for it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you guys tune into the episode 100. Jeff, Bradley, thank you guys so much for
Thanks
doing
for
this
having us.
podcast. I love talking about shit like this.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys. Bye.
Yeah, thank you always.
Later.
Okay, bye.
100 coming soon.